Hey everyone, welcome to Good DIY Plans. In this video, we're going to be going over how to make this exact craft table. When I was designing this table, the philosophy behind it was to make it ergonomic and comfortable to work with. So that's why I made it counter height instead of standard height. And I don't know about you, but whenever I'm making any art, a lot of times it involves a lot of sitting and standing. It involves the whole body. So this allows you to get off and on the chair easily without being hunched over your work. The other thing is that this is a dual workspace, so you can have somebody else on the other side working alongside you. And then the last kind of highlight feature of this is the cable management. So there's two outlets here, and the cables are actually housed inside of this neat container. And then the cable comes out just on one end where you can plug it into the wall. But you can plug in all of your tools, your phone, anything that you need into the table itself. So this table has already been attempted by about 300 people, and some people have decided to review this. So we've got 27 reviews, and as of right now, it's a 5.0 stars, which is a perfect score for the design. Some people have also submitted some photos of their actual craft table when they were done. So this is beautiful, and it looks like this person put it in the center of the room, which is kind of the idea, so you can go all around the craft table. The overall dimensions of the table are 36 inches tall, it is 49.5 inches deep, and 61.5 inches wide. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to cut some 3/4 inch thick plywood. So these are two common sheets that we're going to be using throughout the build. So we have a blue one here in 48 by 11.5, and then the green is 13.5 by 11.5. All right, so what we're going to do is connect the green to the blue. So we're going to use some pin nails and some wood glue to be able to connect those together. This is the 13.5 inch side, and you need to connect it both from the side here and then also from the bottom. Go ahead and make a second identical component like this as well. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to add one more blue plywood sheet. This is going to go directly on top here, and then again secure it with pin nails. And then we're going to add a 1x2 lumber piece going along the bottom here. So this is 48 inches long, and then you'll note here that it does overhang by a little bit, and then also on this end as well. So by 3/4 of an inch, we have an overhang, and you'll see why we need that in just a moment. Okay, next what we need to do is we need to attach this side panel. So this is going to be 3/4 inch thick plywood. It's 48 inches by 35.25 inch. So this is going to be attached to the side here. So this overhang, which is 3/4 of an inch, it matches this overhang over here. So what you can do is you can draw a line with like a straight edge with a pencil, and that way you'll know exactly where to shoot the nails. That way you're not going to be missing and it's not going to be poking through on the other end. So use wood glue and then secure that correctly. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to take that second component that you made earlier. So you're just going to attach it over here, so directly on top of this. Again, make sure that you're shooting the nails in the correct place, secure with wood glue and pin nails. Okay, next we're going to make some of these dividers. So this is also 3/4 inch thick plywood. So we have 11.5 by 5.25, and then we're going to need a total of 5 of these divider boards. So we're going to attach these now on top of the last component that we attached, and this is the spacing. So 11 1/8, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, and then 11 1/8 over there. So same thing here. Go ahead and secure those with pin nails and wood glue, both from the bottom and then from the side here. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to attach this kind of trim frame. And it serves two purposes. It's going to kind of lock everything in together, but at the same time, it's also going to be decorative as well. So here we have several 48-inch pieces. We have some 34.5-inch pieces. We've got two 36-inch pieces. Then we have some 10-inch pieces here on the side. These are 4.5 inches, these little dividers. These are 12 3/4 right here, and then 12 3/4 right there as well. So you can take a screenshot if you'd like, that way you have the actual dimensions. And then go ahead and attach all of these using the pin nails and wood glue. So you'll note that what these do is they kind of secure everything together. If I remove this for a second, you'll see that it'll bond these two together. So you're going to shoot a nail here, 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 right? Here, just going to have a straight line. So go through everything, make sure everything is secured well together. And next is go ahead and make an identical component just like you made here. So these will be basically the two legs of the table, right? So you just made one with all of these steps. Go ahead and make one more doing the same exact steps. Okay, now for the worktop. So this is also 3/4 inch thick plywood. This is a 60 by 48. And we have some 1x2 lumber pieces that are going to go on the side. These are 58.5 inches as well. So let's see how all of this kind of integrates together. So you're going to take the two legs and you're going to space them apart. The tabletop will come directly on top, and then you're going to secure it with these side kind of braces. Okay, so go ahead and make your marking so that you know exactly where to shoot the nails. And then go ahead and use the wood glue and pin nails to secure everything together. So secure also this board to the side as well, that 1x2. All right, so now we're going to build the cable housing. So this is actually made out of 1x4 lumber. So you're going to need two pieces that are 33 inches and then 33.5 inches. So secure this together with glue and some pin nails, and then go ahead and add the additional two frames that kind of go on the side of it. This is made out of 1x2 lumber, so 33 3/4 and then 35.5 here. All right, so these are going to be secured directly to the 1x4 lumber pieces. So use wood glue and then just shoot the nails as needed so that it's nice and rigid and secure. All right, next what you need to do is you need to cut the two holes. So these are going to be rectangular holes, and these are going to be for the cables, right? So it's going to be for the outlet and then the cable that runs from that. So if you're going to be purchasing the cable and the outlet, the one that's linked in the DIY plan, these will fit this specific space. So we've got here 3 and 13/16, and then we have 1 and 11/16. So it's made just a little bit smaller than the actual unit, so that when you drop in the outlet, the lip of it is actually just going to rest on the desk, and then it's going to be secured to the desk. So you make those two holes, they go directly all the way through. And this is approximately where to make those holes. So the center of this hole is going to be 24 inches, and this is 22.5 inches. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is after you've cut those holes, you can go ahead and secure this this kind of this shape housing for the cable. And what you can do is you can cut two small notches here on the end. The reason why is this way the cable can escape to whichever side you're running it to. So you can have this one escape to this one escape this way, or you can have them side by side. So go ahead and attach that, and then next just go ahead and drop in the inserts with their cables. Make sure that it runs out on this end, and then that'll just directly plug into the outlet. Okay, so you're now ready to paint or stain the table, and that's it. For those of you who are interested in the DIY plan PDF, it is going to be available in the link below. It is much more detailed. It includes a tools list, a materials list, a lumber shopping list, a cut list, and most importantly, it includes a plywood optimization diagram. So that tells you exactly how to cut the plywood, since this is a very plywood heavy kind of project. That way you're not wasting that precious plywood. And of course, it includes all the step-by-step instructions, everything that you need to be successful with building this craft table. I appreciate everyone who supports good DIY plans. You guys have an awesome day. If this video was valuable to you, check out the next project on the screen.